So, so I got him to share with us his cash buyer. If we get a deal locked up, we can send it over to him. I'm sure that he'll probably have a buyer for our deal if the number makes sense. Now, obviously, I want you to start building up your own cash buyer list as well. Otherwise, you're going to be continuously splitting your deal with him all the time. Okay? So what I want you to understand is we got a solid cash buyer leads to start out, but I do not want you to depend on him. Like you know what I mean? Like you need to keep on generating your own cash buyer and building it up so you don't depend on anybody or having to split your deal with anybody. I also working with him to see if he can pull you some expired listing and send it over to you with the seller's name and the seller's phone number on there for you to call, so you don't have to spend the money to skip trace, because I understand budget is tight.
Okay, so this guy, is he a wholesaler or is he a broker? Or?
He's everything. He's in the mastermind, but he's everything. So he's a broker, he's a flipper, he's a wholesaler. He does it all.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now I do have a list of 500 cash buyers.
Good.
Across the nation here. They're willing to buy everywhere and anywhere here. I have all their information, and I also have what they're willing to buy, what they're looking for, what areas of the states that they want to purchase in. So, and I bought this list from another wholesaler that just got out of the business. She's going into commodities. So she turned around and was just selling it out. So it's a list of like 500 cash buyers, and it's very detailed.
Okay. Michael, honestly, man, on that list, man, I'm really iffy if they're solid or not. But regardless if they're solid or not, my question to you, since the last time that we talked, have you built up any cash buyers since the last time that we chat?
Yeah, I've got a total of 5.
Okay. 5.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I've been reaching out to them through easy texting to inform them that we are still in the process of looking at properties. Gotcha. So
the thing is, one more thing I want you to understand, Michael, is I have not gotten any cash buyer, bro, that would be mad at me or get upset because I haven't found them a deal. They do not pay you. They are not your boss. They don't pay you per hour. If you got deals, you send to them. If you don't have deals, you're right. So there's no reason why your cash buyer should be mad or should be upset and hitting you up and say, hey, where's my deals? Where's my deal?
I think I got a funny feeling who this person was, because he was talking through Craigslist. He would not actually turn around and give me any kind of information as far as who he was, and he would not give me a phone number. But I think it's a wholesaler that also, yes, because I have 2 wholesalers that are also cash buyers that are, that I have. And I know one of them is very demanding. And like I says, but he also works in another area. So I wasn't really going to use him as a cash buyer, but I still have him just in case. Right. But when I reached out to him on Craigslist, I says, well, if you can send me your information, I'll call you specifically here and talk to you. So then we can, if something does arise, I will contact you right away. And he never answered me back. So I just noticing how the market here is in Chicago. It's brutal, man. I mean, it really is. But I mean, I'm not even worried. I'm not worried. That's least of my worries. Dude, I'm not even worried about cash buyers. To me, you can get a cash buyer, I think, almost anywhere and everywhere. So, but that being said, it's just the properties, trying to find the properties here. And cold calling is my next thing.
Good. So, Michael, let me tell you one more thing, man. Let me tell you one more thing. People that said, hey, once you find a good deal, the cash buy will come. Let me tell you something, dude. Over a period of your time, when you're going to do this, when you're going to start understand who's legit and who's not legit. There's a lot of baloney cash buyer tire kicker that waste a boatload of your time. Dude, it will take time, over time, to really build up a solid cash buyer that's truly ready to go, not horsing around, not playing around. People that say find a good deal and a cash buyer will come, dude. Once you find a good deal, I promise you, bro. If you don't have the cash buyer listing in place, you will still hustle to try to sell your deal and find a solid buyer. Dude, I have gone to so many deals where I get buyers that say, I'm a buyer, I'm a buyer. They went out there and waste a bunch of our time tying it up and then break the deal, dude. And, dude, so I want you to continue, do what we talked about, is building that cash buyer list, putting an ad. If the cash buyer is demanding and say, hey, where's my deal? Dude, those are the one, if they're not friendly to work with, we don't need to work with them, right? We're not working our butt off trying to find our deals. If they're not being friendly, working with us, we don't need to work with them.
I agree.
Okay. So now my next thing is that, okay, Michael, I really want to hear this from you, man. Dude, are you gonna give it everything you got, Michael?
Kane, I'm in it for 120% here. I mean, not just, you're my third mentor already, and I've, like I says, my time is, my issue is time, man, and I need to sleep, you know, 3-4 hours. Today I slept about 5.5. On the weekends, I'll cut it down to 3.
Okay, now,
try to get whatever I can get done.
Okay. Now listen, Michael. Okay, bro. Even if I let you rest from Monday through Friday, hit it hard on Saturday through Sunday. Even if I get 2 days out of the week from you, man, Saturday and Sunday, pounding cold calling for 4 hours, driving for $1 for 4 hours. That's total of 8 hours. You can rest from Monday through Friday. If you if you can put out 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and just hit it hard. Just hit it hard, stay consistent. Just focus cold calling, and driving for $, writing down those pieces of property, like with the list that you pull, right? And then I'm gonna send you, if you can get me the phone number to the expired listing. If you can hit that hard, Michael, listen, man, with the small budget, with the time frame that we're working with, it's not gonna get you a deal like overnight. But if you can consistently do that, Michael, I promise you the deal is just right around the corner. It might be another month, it might be another 2 months, it might be another 3 months, but the deal will come. And once we're able to close your first deal, now what you have is you have some fuel. And it's very important, dude. It's extremely important to get the fuel. Because once you get the fuel, then obviously your confidence will go up. That is huge. Your confidence will go up. I promise you, your mood, your action will be completely different. And also, too, is that now you have money to spend on marketing. Michael, I really want you to understand too, man. It's when you first start out, that's why, when I get on John, I told John, don't watch any more of my YouTube, don't watch any more of my Instagram. And if you can cut people, listen, man. There are people out there, Michael, that if you don't know the behind the stories, they're selling you all these dreams. Like today, you know, like the thing is today, I went on and interviewed Brandon. Brandon closed his first deal from probate, all right, and he made $5,700. It took him 11 days to close on it. So when people pitch you, it takes 11 days to close on the deal. But guess how many months he has work and grind? 8 months. 8 months with no budget. He only has a business card, doesn't have a website, doesn't have anything, but he's willing to put in the work and cold call, and he was driving for $1 every weekend and cold calling, driving for $1, cold calling, driving, and it took him 8 months. You see, when you don't have a budget, dude, it's going to be a grind. All right, Michael? Okay. It's going to be a grind. I know you have the work ethic. I know you have to do what it takes.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you're going through some tough time. And when you are going through some tough time, it's really hard to stay focused and get your mind straight. But I'm telling you, even if I let you rest Monday through Friday, if you pound out Saturday and Sunday for me and give me 8 hours, 4-hour cold calling, 4-hour drive for $, dude, so you're on the phone 4 hours, get up, drive for $, get the list, go home, skip trace them, and either handwrite the envelope, send them a letter, or skip trace and cold call them. I think if we can consistently do that, it might take 2 months, but I want you to understand that the deal will come. And when you close that first deal, I promise you, everything will change, Michael, because you're confident everything will change. Like it will change. And the thing is that the seeds that you plant, like the problem with us right now is we haven't planted any seeds. We've been at this for what, now up to today for 3 months, 2 months, Michael, 2 months. And we haven't planted any seeds. If we would have planted those seeds 2 months ago, maybe now we would have got some callback. Not saying that we will, but I'm saying a lot of times the marketing that or the cold call that we did today didn't sell, but will call us back 6 months from now, 5 months from now. We need to plant that seed now, so that way we can harvest later on. So, and the thing is, Mike, I understand, man. I know you got a job, a wife, a family, and all of that. You got to have time with them. I understand. So my question to you now is, what are you comfortable putting out Monday through Friday? 1 hour or 30 minutes? Like what are you okay with?
Okay, this is what I was going to do. I was going to try to get at least an hour to an hour and a half Monday through Friday, whatever I have to do, cold calling, whatever. Driving for dollars, we've already been doing that. I've actually sent out 7 postcards here. It's not a big enough list to skip trace yet. It's only 7. So on the weekends would be a good time for me to actually do the driving for dollars, which we were going to do Saturday morning. I like to get up early and do it early in the morning. So that's where I would get less time on sleep, would be Saturday, which would be fine because I can recuperate Saturday night or Sunday. So, but every day I want to commit some time, 7 days a week. I don't want to wait 2 days. You know what I mean? No, okay. That's how much commitment I want to do. I want to go 7 days. You know, an entrepreneur doesn't rest 2 days and then come back. No, I need to commit a certain amount of time each day. And as long as I can do something every day, you know, it's progress.
Got it.
Day by day.
Got
so
it.
I don't want to take a break. And I think what actually happened is when I went on vacation, I took a break. And when I came back, I had to get going again. And that's the issue what we may have had, you know, in the past. I don't want to break, man. You don't break. Why should I? Right?
Okay. Michael, regardless, I know you're going through some tough time. Regardless of all the tough times, all the battles, everything that's going to come up, I want us to stick together strong, bro. I want us to be honest, and I want us to trust each other. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust the process, bro. Everything I'm showing you, bro. I'm not hiding anything away from you, Michael. I'm giving you everything I got. But what it is with you, Michael, is that you, like with Michael, with you, with John, with Alex, with whoever it is, dude, I really want it to be one step at a time. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to overload, you're going to confuse. That's why I told John, do not watch anymore on my YouTube, do not watch anymore in my Instagram. I want you just to focus on the thing that I asked you to do, okay? So the thing is, Mike, I really want you, man, like trust the process, dude, and have trust for each other. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. I'm not going to hold anything back from you, dude. You pay me the money. I'm not going to hold anything back, all right? I'm here for you, okay? The first thing that we need to do before we even go into analyze deal, anything like that, is first, bro, is we need to get a connection with the seller. And if the seller's interested in selling, you already go. And the thing is, Michael, okay, man, Monday through Friday, here's what I want you to do. Go off and back and forth every other day. One day I want you to cold call, and then I want you to practice the script. Cold call, practice the script. Cold call, practice the script. Because once you master the script, dude, talking to seller and getting property under contract, bro, it's a piece of cake. When you don't know how to talk to them, that's the problem. Once you know, Michael, dude, you have the personality for it. I know it. Once you memorize the script, it's not about sounding like a robot. But in the script, I have some of the key things that you need to memorize so you can handle the objections. So that way, all of a sudden later on, what's going to happen, Michael, once you remember it, then you mix in your Michael. Then you mix in the Michael, right? You mix in your personality. You mix in who you are.
Right.
Then the script becomes powerful. It does not become powerful by itself. It becomes powerful once you mix in your personalities and you can handle it and know, okay, if the seller say this, yep, I've already learned that. This is what I'm going to say. And then you put in your little bit spin and it's done. So here's what I want to do, Michael. And then we'll revisit either we'll see how progress goes. And you let me know. We can either revisit in a week or we can revisit every other week. So Monday through Friday, I'm going to send you this recording so we're on the same page. Monday through Friday, this is all I want you to do. 1 hour, just not even an hour and a half, man. Just 1 hour cold calling. And if you can put 30 minutes and role play with the wife or whatever it is, or to study the script, that's great. But I need you to stay consistent and cold call the shortest list that you pull.
Okay.
1 hour a day, and then on Saturday and Sunday, I just need you to pound it hard. If you can, 4 hours of cold calling. That'll give you plenty of time to sleep. There's some time for you to do hang out with the wife and the family. 4 hour cold calling, 4 hour drive for dollar. And when you drive for dollars, when you see a vacant property, here's what I need you to do, Michael. I need you to get down, bring a notepad with you, write, my name is Michael, to whoever it may concern. My name is Michael. We love to buy your property located at whatever that address is. We buy it as is. We pay cash, close quickly. Put your phone number on there. Please give me a call. Put your phone number on there. And I want you to stick that paper on the front door as well. Okay? I want you to get the address so you can go home and skip trace them, but I also want you to leave a note at the property. And if the property looks distressed and if there's someone there, I want you to just and I don't think you're a person that would be afraid to do this. I want you just to knock on the door, approach the seller and say, hey, my name is Michael. We're looking to buy some properties in the area for cash. Just want to see if you're interested in selling.
Okay.
And the thing is, Michael, eventually what's going to happen, bro, but it's not happening overnight, is that once you start getting some deal closed, once we start to build up momentum and we start to get some cash, I'm going to show you how to not waste your time anymore and just start spending the money to market and to leverage the money. But before we can get there, this is the journey that you would have to go through, which is obviously putting out your time and putting in more work than you already had working a full time. So I understand. But once we get to the point where we have some cash, that's when we just gotta start leveraging the money. I'll show you all the company, everything, the whole entire thing, where it's just a quick button and just hang out on the weekend waiting for the phone to ring, and obviously having VAs to qualify the lead for you. All right, eventually all this is going to go away and someone else is going to do it for you. But as of right now, that's what we need.
I have to do it all, which is probably good to learn because it is learning the bottom of the business.
Yes, and the thing is, Michael, imagine how good your story would be once you make it to the top. All the struggle, everything that you have to battle, everything that you have to go through right now. Imagine how great your story would be, man. So you can inspire and motivate other people that are in the similar set. If it was smooth riding like this, it wouldn't be a good story to tell. Okay.
Right.
So now, as far as in VA, yeah, I know you and the wife want to hire a VA. Okay. I'll leave it up to you. My personal opinion, I don't think you're ready for a VA. But if you want to spend the money to hire a VA, to train them up, to do some other extra work for you, no problem. I'll let you make the call. In my opinion, it's a no, but I'll let you decide that. So the smallest list, you're going to cold call. The largest list, the bigger list, Michael, I want you to start off with like $150 to send out RVM. And you're
150 RVM. We have $25 right now. So boost it up to 150.
No. So if you only have $25 to do RVM, then do $25.
Okay. You want me to? Should I boost it up to 150?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
So because each drop is only it's only about like 10 cents a voicemail drop.
Okay.
Okay. It's only like 10 cents or so. I don't want you to push yourself any further, Michael, than what it is with, if you only have $25, that's what we're going to do. And once you start getting more money, then we'll add more to it. But if
Okay.
$25 is what you have right now to put in RVM, then that's what it's going to be.
Okay.
And obviously the Craigslist ad, I still want you to
Did you
continue.
see that?
I want you to continue pump those out. Just continue doing it. Just continue refresh it.
Okay. Now you seen the ad. I sent it to you. So, and I was trying to make the 95K. It wouldn't accept it. So I just left 95 on there. And
So, right. If you put K, it doesn't, then put 95,000. Like actually put out 95,000.
yeah, it wasn't too friendly orientated to let me put
Correct.
a number in there.
Yeah, so
So I was like,
if you put out 95,000, because when people see $95, when I look at that, I'd be like, yeah, this got to be some kind of a scam. There's no house for 95 bucks. So put 95,000, and then that is for your cash buyer.
right.
For the seller's leads, do you have an ad right now on Craigslist?
For sellers? No, I do not.
Okay. So what I need you to do, Michael, is I need you to go on Craigslist, go on the real estate, all right? The real estate sections for sell by owners or for sell by broker, who cares? It doesn't matter. For sell by owner, for sell by broker, doesn't really matter. I want you to put in the We Buy Houses. Just put We Buy Houses cash. And then just type in something, we buy properties in any condition, any situation, we pay cash. We buy it as is, quick closing, hassle-free sell, things like that. Something that a seller would be interested in, right? When they open up the ad, what you want them to hear and what you want them to see, but don't make it so, like don't put too much writing, just nice, short and sweet, right? We pay cash, buy it as is, close quickly, give us a call to get a hassle, no obligation cash offer. Okay, give us a call at this number to get a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer. You can also add in there, we'll make you an offer within 24 to 48 hours. So, and I want that ad, Michael, in the for rent sign, in the for sale sign, for sale by owner, and for sale by broker, and in the for rent section, real estate for rent section.
For sale and for rent.
Yep, looking for motivated seller. And I want you to refresh that list every single week. Like every Monday, go home, click refresh it so it gets to the top. And if Craigslist doesn't let you do every week, then do it every other week. Go in, refresh it so it bounce back to the top. Okay?
Okay.
So same ad, but just refresh it so it's go back to the top. So as of right now, that's all I want you focused on, Michael. And if you can do that within the next 30 days consistently every single day, I promise you something is going to happen. Like something will happen. Okay? Something was going to happen. So every day for the next 30 days, any question you let me know. We can always revisit again next week, Monday, or well, today's Wednesday, so it'll be next Wednesday, or we can do the following Monday, whichever works best for you. You just let me know. And at that time, I'll see kind of where we're at. If you can record some of your cold call for me to listen to, that would be great, so I can give you feedback.
Okay. Now, we're going to use the call rail program. So I just hit record?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, very easy. Just record, and then when the phone rings, this call will be recorded for monitor assurance, just like that. This phone calls, hey, Michael, just let you know that this phone call is recorded, just so, that's it. And they'll be like, well, why? Well, it's because my company just want to make sure that I'm doing my job and that I am polite and respectful to my client. That's it. But I typically just say this phone call is recorded for quality assurance. And they just know. It's just not a big deal. And if they don't want you to record it, then obviously then don't. All right?
Okay.
Then don't. But if you can, keep it recorded. That way I can listen to, and then I'll be able to give you feedback. So I'll get you pivot and moving in the right direction.
Okay. All right. Now, I know we're a 2-hour difference here. So, see, I will be up at 9, and it's basically 7 o'clock in your area then.
No problem.
Okay. So what time do you normally get going? About 9 or 10 o'clock? Because I don't want to turn around and send you something because I start working about 9:30, doing what I got to do. And then when I get feedback from you, it's always like a couple hours later. And then a couple hours later, I'm basically gone doing something else.
Right.
So I kind of want to time it on your schedule there.
Sure. Yeah, so Michael, I don't have like a set schedule, but I normally get up. I normally rocking and rolling about 9 a.m.
Okay, so that's 11 my time then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9 a.m. Pacific Standard when I get rocking and rolling.
Okay.
But if something is important, just make sure you put important, and then obviously I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Now, so I'm going to send you this recording so that way you kind of know what we talk about today, Michael. Now, what I want to know from you is just, let's refresh this really quick, Michael. What are you going to do from Monday through Friday?
Okay, so 2 days out of the week, we're going to cold call. The other 2 days out of the week, we're going to actually get more familiar with the cold caller script. We also actually have to turn around and put out a ad for Craigslist, which we will do here in the next 20 minutes to take care of that. The Ring Central, we need to get that motivated, get that going, get that started, which I'm trying to process doing that now. And then if there's any other issues to contact you.
Michael, Ring Central.
Ring Central. Ring Central or no, the RMV, should I say.
Okay.
RVM, yes. Yeah, I'm having a issue with that. I went to their YouTube page and we were setting it up, and that's when I turned around and reached out to you this morning because it wanted some type of a voicemail in there. And again, you may have sent me something a while ago, which I had for a text message. So what you sent me today, I'm holding on to now. So when you send me a message via a voice message, is there any way you can hold that message where it doesn't erase in 30 seconds?
Yeah, so it's really weird how your phone does that, Michael. So what I'm going to do is when I record a message, I'm going to do it differently. So when I send it to you, it will save.
Okay, yes, right, exactly.
So that's what I'm going to do, so that way you don't lose it. Now, did you check out so for RVM, you check out leadgenie.com, is that correct?
Yes, I'm all set up with it, yes.
Okay, good. So the voicemail that you're going to leave, Michael, hi, my name is Michael. We're looking.
I have that.
Okay, so you already.
Yeah, I've got it written down. I just haven't gotten to it yet here because like I said, let me rest up for a minute. We're gonna knock out that. We're also gonna take care of the Craigslist for sale for rent.
Okay.
Will there be a charge for that ad or no? Because I know sometimes they like to charge.
Nope. They don't charge. It's free. When you hear people say that they pay $5, it's because they paid $5 for the ad to be renewal automatically.
Okay.
But it's free. The ad, you can post as many as you want, man. It's free.
Okay.
So now, Michael, once again, I think I'm going to review with you really quick. Here's what I like to see. Monday through Friday, 1 hour for cold calling, 30 minutes to practice on the script. Maybe you don't need to do Monday through Friday, 30 minutes for practice on the script, but maybe 2 days out of the week or 3 days out of the week to get familiarized and to memorize it. But Monday through Friday, straight, every single day, 1 hour cold calling.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, what are you going to do, Michael?
We're going to drive for dollars.
How many hours?
I'm going to try to go for at least 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
In the morning. And obviously, if there's a property that's vacant, or if there's a property that's vacant or needs repair, or whatever, leave a note, put a note, put my name, address on there, or try to make contact if possible on introducing myself to, if there's somebody at the property, to try to sell, to try to get a lead from that property.
Good. Now, Michael, don't put your address. Don't put your address on the notes that you're gonna leave it at the house. Just put your phone number.
Put the call real number on there.
Yep. So
Okay.
just put the phone number. If the property's rented, ask the property. Do you mind if I have your landlord, phone number? They probably will say no, but hey, it doesn't hurt to ask.
I was thinking of maybe just pre-printing some pages and writing my name out and writing something down and then just actually kind of slipping it somewhere, maybe in a mailbox or possibly for a note.
You can, yeah, I guess that you can do that. You can print it out.
The cheap way would do, turn around, I can write something up and then I can print it myself, make about maybe 10 copies. So, because if you leave a stick on, it may fly off or maybe a good possible.
Right, Michael, when you say print it out, you're just talking about computer paper, right?
Yeah, or just taking a sheet of paper and saying, I'll just write something down. Hi, my name is Michael Santiago. If you're interested, and then the cheapest way to go.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yep. And then photocopy puts, and then when you see it, and then yep. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So okay, man. So on Saturday and Sunday, you said 2 to 3 hours to drive $4, and then how many hours are you going to put out cold call?
Cold calling, I will come back in the evening. I think a good time to cold call on the weekend would be between 3 to 6 p.m. So okay. I would actually I would like to do it probably about 6 to 7 o'clock because I'm done cooking for the week on after 6 p.m. So I would do cold calling from like 6 to 8 because I would assume Sunday would be even a better day to go full force with it for at least 2 hours because everybody's normally home at that time. So
okay. I got you, Michael. So on the weekend, you want to do 2 to 3 hours to drive $4 in the morning. And then later at night, you want to do about 2 hours to cold call.
Yes. Okay. Especially Sunday night probably would be my best night because everyone is normally home. They're getting ready for the week. And everyone's kind of relaxing. So
right. So Michael, with the plan that we come up with, I want you to promise me and to stick with it. When you cold call, just set a timer for 2 hours. Tell the wife or the kids, whoever it is, do not disturb you. Just let you zone in and knock out the phone for 2 hours straight. Okay?
Okay.
So set a timer after 2 hours. You get it done, and then you go do whatever else that you want to do. But with that 2 hours, just focus and don't let anybody disturb you.
Yeah, well, she's going to help me out also. Okay. So she's going to probably take half the list, and I'm going to take the other half.
Okay, so basically now you guys are saying 2 hours, but double the amount of work. Okay,
yes.
That's good. Yes. So if the wife's willing to help, that's fantastic. I love it. So now, Michael, any questions until our next Zoom meeting visit?
Now, if I have any other issues, I'll just send you a text message here. That's all. At least I know now. I got an idea. 9 o'clock, you're up and rolling about that time. So I from 9 o'clock on, I know when you're actually going to reach out to me right away. So I've got that idea now. So I just got to remember you're 2 hours behind because I may turn around and send you something. I may be up at 8 o'clock in the morning doing something, and you're in the bed at 5 or 6.
I understand.
And if I were you, I wouldn't answer.
Yeah. Well, so one thing I want to make clear, Michael, is regardless of what time you decided to send me the message, I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in your time, like 2 o'clock in the morning your time, and it's like midnight my time. I don't care. When you decide you want to send me a message, just send me a message. And obviously, if I'm up, then I'm gonna reply to you right away. All right. But I don't want you to worry. Oh, it's midnight. I don't want to disturb Khang because I don't want you to lose the thoughts or lose the questions. That's important. Okay. So send the message whenever you feel like it. Okay. And another thing is, Michael, is that I really want you to really trust the process and really trust each other's so we can move forward together, forward on this strong. And that what's going to happen is, Michael, once you get a potential deal where you talk to the seller, you gather all the information on the property, exactly how I laid out on the King Kong script. Once you have that, you say, Khang, I got a potential deal here. I need to make an offer. what I'm going to do is we're going to get on the Zoom. I'll show you how to work through the deals, how we're going to run comps, how we're going to figure out what the property's worth, and then I'm going to show you exactly how much we're going to offer to the seller. You call back or I call back, however you want to do it, and then we'll lock that property up on a contract with the phone. You see? So first we need a potential deal. Then I can show you the formula of how to analyze and make it an offer to the property. But without that, then you're jumping, you're jumping ahead. And a lot of times that's what I was worried, is that it gets you all confused. Okay?
Yeah, no, not a problem. Okay. Another thing is if a lead turns out to a deal, and how much time should I tell them that I'm going to contact them back? Should I tell them within the next 2 hours, next 4 hours?
Correct. So the thing is, Michael, if you watch the King Kong script on there, I'll walk you through it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a hot lead, you want to schedule that thing like within the next hour or two.
Right.
Like if it's a hot lead, but if it's not, then I normally do it the next day or 5 hours later or 6 hours later, whatever works in my time, if it's not a hot lead.
Okay, so what you're saying is the video. You're saying the video?
So, yes, so Michael, in the King Kong script, if you open it, you see the script. I walk you through exactly each line. Why do you ask the seller that question? How do you ask them and gather information on the property? That's part 2 to the script, is I'll show you exactly how to walk through it and how to make offer. But as of right now, you know what I mean? So when you get a hot deal, for example, the seller said, hey, the property's worth $120,000. I want $50,000 for it. That's hot. So I would say, okay, thank you so much, Michael. I got all the information I needed from you. I can actually get you in an appointment with my purchase manager. I'll call you back about, how about in the next hour? So right now it's 9 a.m. How about I'll get my purchase manager to call you back in about 10 a.m. and make you an offer on your property. Does that sound good? And Michael, you say, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. And in the script, Michael, I'll tell you exactly how it's all done, man. So Michael, when my purchase manager call you back at 10 a.m. to make you an offer on your property, and if you guys both can agree on a price and the term, which is the closing date, that work for you and for us, are you ready to move forward to sell your property? The seller would say yes. You book the appointment. You call me up and say, hey, Khang, we got a property, hot lead. We need to analyze it. I'll jump on this with you. I'll help you analyze it, go through a whole thing, the whole formula, how we make an offer, how do we construct the offer, analyze the deals, all of that, figure out the ARV, figure out the offer price, all right? And then what I'm going to do, Michael, is obviously if it's any lead, man, let's start out, let me call them. Let me call them and lock them up, okay? Let me call them, lock it up until you're comfortable, and I'll put you on the phone 3 ways so you can actually hear me. Dude, that's when you get a lot of experience, when you actually get in the call and hear me and how I talk to the seller. And so I want the first couple for me to call them back and lock it up on the contract for you. And then once you feel comfortable, then I'll let you do it.
You have a video of that?
Yeah, in the King Kong script.
There's a video. I didn't even know that. I'm serious, man.
Michael, okay, Michael, have you looked at the King Kong script?
I looked at the script, but I didn't know you had a video to go along with it. Oh, shit.
Yes, Michael, there is video.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Oh,
Michael.
man.
Michael, there's also some live call that I talk to seller you can listen to. There got to be like at least 13 live seller call that I talk on the phone.
All right, because I don't think I got the script, but I don't know if I got the video.
Okay, Michael. So what I'm going to do, it should be in there, but what I'm going to do is I am going to have, I'm going to have Keith send that over to you right after we're done.
Okay, I should have it in my Dropbox, right?
Yes. Well, you should. But what I'm going to do, Michael, is that instead of looking for it, I'm going to have Keith send over to you right now once we get off. Okay.
Okay. What I have is the addendum video, double closing video, Facebook login.
All of them should be on there.
UN buyer form, PDF,
All of them. Like,
Khang's W information. That's it.
no, just keep going. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Where's the script?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So Michael, instead of searching for it, what I'm going to do is I'll have Keith send that over to you. Okay. And then obviously watch it whenever you get a chance. You can listen to some of the live cold call that I talk with seller and how I lock it up on the contract.
Okay. Yeah, that's powerful. I know I need that. Definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was there.
It's there. And also too is
Okay.
on the first couple of deals, I'm going to be your purchase manager. I'm going to call back for you to lock it up.
Okay.
So
All
that
right.
way we're not losing out on any opportunities.
Sounds good, man. Thanks, Khang.
Michael, no problem, man. I want you to understand, bro, that I'm here for you, dude. I'm here for you, and that we're going to push through this. It's right now, it's a bad storm. I understand that. I've been there. I understand that. It's a bad storm for you right now. But dude, you must, dude. And I know it, Michael. I can see it in you. You're strong enough. You're strong enough. You have the willpower to overcome this. We just need to push through this, and you must understand that the game we come up with, you gotta have faith and belief that it works, and just go crush it.
Okay. Sounds
So
like a plan.
Anything, Michael, hit me up, and then we'll revisit either next Wednesday or maybe whenever it is that you get a chance, at least a week out, to follow up and kind of see how things are going with you. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Khang.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.